Guys, what's up? How's it going? Let's get to drawing Hellboy. We're gonna draw a Hellboy portrait of Hellboy. It's gonna be for beginners. It's gonna be step by step. It's gonna be portrait mode, and it's gonna be Hellboy from the comic series, the way Mike Mignola drew Hellboy originally. We're gonna do another one later with Hellboy from the movie, but right now we're gonna do Hellboy from the comic. So I'm gonna be using this. This is a Faber-Castell PITT artist pen. It's a relatively thin one. It's kind of like a brush slash, I don't know. It's like a thin. It's basically like a pen, but it's also kind of like a brush, reminiscent of it. I'm gonna put the link in the descriptions to see what so you can buy it if you need to off of Amazon. But that's pretty much it. I'm gonna put that in the description. So let's get going with this. Whew. So it's gonna be relatively easy, and I'm gonna use this. I'm actually gonna use a pencil as well. So pay attention. Let's get started. I'm gonna use this pencil to kind of give me just a layout of, the proportions. Hellboy's head is kind of like this. I don't know how to say it. It's more square than like a human head. It honestly, I think of his head more like a kind of weird shaped box, and then his neck comes out relatively large in comparison. His neck is almost a 1-to-1 to a size thickness to his face, which is pretty crazy. And then you're gonna see the clavicle, which is the top, top of the pec, come out there. And the back of his coat, he wears that coat. So I'm just drawing simple shapes for proportion right now. You can barely see it in the paper. And I'm gonna draw where I want my eye line. I'm gonna draw the circles on his head, which were, previously horns that were cut off. I'm gonna draw the center line of the face. He's turned a little bit to the left. And his nose is very, very, the lower part of his nose is very close to his eyes, like that area. And then his mouth is way low on his face, like way low. That's actually the most defining thing about him, is usually when you split up a face, you split up into thirds, it's a little different. His mouth is so low, so unbelievably low. So anywho, these are my general proportions. So what I can do now is start going in with, really start putting stuff in there. So I'm gonna go into the nose area. The front of the nose has this shadow to it. Underside of the nose, and that's the ball, right? And then now we're gonna go the outside to the wing of the nostril. Then we're gonna go up. Into the eye. His brow is pretty big, so it just kind of like the top of the eye is really flat. Let me look at the shape of it. And then he has these really big bags under his eyes. I'm gonna fill that in with a dark shape as well. Pulling in to the far side of the right, the cheekbone. And the cheekbone's really high as well. And then I pulled down to that kind of like, almost like looks like a tin can of a head. Like that shape is so square, that side of the cheek. Pulling downward to that lower jaw, so another side of that square. Let's go into the other eye. Same shape, it's gonna be flat on the top. Then same shape, that kind of swooping down shape of the eyes. bag. Got a bag under the eye here, but it's not going to go all the way across on this side because the light's coming from this side over here. Cheekbone, really high up. I'm just gonna on this side though. I'm gonna just put this kind of like V shape. Make it come downward. Pulling up here toward the front. It's gonna be a shadow from the horn, and the broken horn. I'm gonna kind of shape that out right now. And pull forward into that brow. It's gonna go up, and then I'm gonna fill that in. The horn itself is not totally round, it's kind of angular. Pulling back. And it's going to pull in. So I'm going to merge that shadow right there underneath the horn. I'm going to go in and draw the front of that other horn as well. Back of that horn, which is left over, kind of going into the head. Pull down. Side of the brow, kind of side of the cheek, side of the brow. It's gonna go into the back of the hair over here. He's got that kind of monkey look, you know, to his mouth. And then he's got this goatee thing. It's like three-pronged. Down. It's gonna kind of merge into the kind of space underneath his neck here. It's not totally long, but it makes it look like he's got like a long goatee. Pulling in. Adam's apple. Line over here. Let's go to the right side of his face. His ear is going to be sticking out a bit. And then the side of his hair, it's like the side of his beard is going to be kind of coming in front of that. Then, the back of his neck. Also, I forgot see how the underside of this horn has a shadow? This underside of this horn will also have a shadow. It's gonna be hanging downward. It'll connect to the eyes. Little nicks and marks kind of all over him. And then this is going to wrap down into his jacket, like I said. And like I said, this is going to go down to his clavicle. Down more. Outside of his jacket. His jacket's this really simple squared off shape. Top of the clavicle, like I said, over here. It's really just a straight line. Top of his jacket. Jacket has kind of like a brim around it. His chest is really low, so we're not going to do that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with an eraser. Where is my eraser? I'm going to take the eraser from just the back of a regular pencil. And I'm going to go through it, just going to clean some stuff up a little bit. It's probably not even that visible on camera, but for me it's bugging me, so I kind of want to get rid of it. Whew. I'm going to go over here to the front and then draw a little bit more shadow toward the front of his face because there's shadow on that side. And that is pretty close to done, honestly. A little shadow over here. And I think that's it, really. Thanks so much. I hope you enjoyed that. If you want me to draw more comic type characters, they gotta be kind of slightly themed in the scary, kind of scary themed. If you have any ideas, let me know. I'm gonna throw more tips on here, and I'm gonna upload a lot more on this channel. But that is a quick Hellboy. If you really want, I actually can throw another shadow down here. And if you really want to throw a thicker line in the back here, that also anchors it a little bit more. Okay, thank you so much, guys. I appreciate it. That's Hellboy from the comic book. I'm going to do Hellboy from the movie pretty soon, so I will talk to you guys in another video, and I'll see you soon.